Have you noticed how an emotion can arrive like a storm, taking over the entire sky of your chest? But if you don't feed it, it dissolves in less than 2 minutes. The body is wise. It releases the force of that emotion like a river overflowing. But that river naturally returns to its bed unless the mind builds bridges to keep it from leaving. When you replay the story, when you repeat the words in silence, when you wear the scene again, you light the same flame, and so you keep the fire alive. But if you breathe, if you simply feel the warmth in your hands, the pressure in your chest, and count slowly, something changes. The weight melts away, like waves that rise and fall. The storm was never eternal. It is the mind that insists on holding the clouds. What I'm telling you now is something many never learn. Emotions are like the weather. They arrive, serve their purpose, and move on if you allow them to. How many times has anger or sadness guided your hands before reason could speak? And then, when the silence returned, you realized it was not the emotion making the decisions. It was you giving into it. Emotions are skilled salespeople. They know how to convince, but they only sell to those who don't recognize their fleeting nature. And there's something more. Not all pain comes from what happens, but from the distance between what you dreamed and what truly arrived when you change the way you see it. Without changing what happened, you close that distance. It's like changing the frame of a painting. The image is the same, but what it awakens in you is different. This is not pretending life is sweet when it's bitter. It is allowing yourself to see that, even in disappointment, there is a thread of possibility. When something doesn't happen, it may be that the universe is simply moving the pieces for something greater, and you will only see that later. But you can choose now, in the middle of the road, to adjust your gaze and open the door for that later to arrive sooner. And just as we keep medicine for the body, we also need medicine for the soul, an emotional first aid kit, not made of bandages and pills, but of things that remind your heart to come back home. It could be a scent that soothes, a song that clears the air, an object that brings peace to the touch, or a phrase you write and keep to read when the mind is at war. Prepare this while the sky is clear, because it is then that you build the shelter that will protect you in the next storm. Life does not ask you to never feel. It asks you to know how to return.